Hello, Hazard from Hazard Reviews here, and let's get started. Bullet Train. Yes, this is the movie I chose to see this month in theatres. Well, there wasn't really much I could choose from, honestly. Not really. I mean, yes, there are a few I could have, seen. Again, I probably could have seen Love and Thunder again if I wanted to, but you gotta pick something. I chose this. And okay, this is. Maybe I should have picked something else. I did not like this movie. Okay, well, when leaving it, I didn't think it was a good movie, but I accepted it. Okay, all right. But when I started putting my notes down for this, I was like, yeah, this is a lot worse than I was thinking to myself. Yeah. So, and the worst thing about it is the plot. Now, look, I've not read the original story book that this is based on, but let's go over it. So, a Japanese crime lord wants to bring together all the people that has wronged his family on a single train heading from Tokyo to Kyoto, in hopes that they'll kill each other, with a few others also hopping in without them knowing about it. These guys all attack each other under misunderstandings, all the while unaware of why they are on this train to begin with. Okay, so that is basically what I'm going to go into. I'm not going to bring in every character's reason to be on it, why they were summoned there, and what are their backgrounds, but the problem is they show it. They actually show who these characters are and why they're in it, but the problem is they keep jumping back and forth and showing more and more of their background before they board on the train. Like, especially the ones who, and they do it for so many of them. Like, really, come on, can't you just explain it like in a conversation, or just tell us, and not just go back a few months before the movie actually technically begins, just to show us that, and do a fourth wall break showing a kill count of a tag team of a team of international spies. Like, yeah. To me, the fact they keep on going back and forth from the past to the present reminded me a lot of Eternals, but the thing is with Eternals, I can actually follow the story around pretty well, and I can understand why you would do it. With this, you only have to do it once for these characters, and that's it. There's one character that they do it for one particular moment, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then they sort of repeat it with another character story, because every single character intertwines with another person's background, and so that's why we're going to keep doing this, and I'm like, oh, come on, just stop. Just take it a moment and just stop. And and as I said, I'm not really a big fan of a lot of these characters. And everyone's got a reason to be on it, but some of these guys just I don't care about. I don't care about the crime lord's estranged child who wants revenge for being estranged. I don't care about the Japanese mobster whose son got pushed off a building. I don't care about him. The FBI, these government agents who are summoned to recover the crime lord's son, who are played by Brian Tyree Henry and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Well, I think the chemistry between these two guys are pretty good. In fact, I think that's probably one of my favorite things. My favorite thing in it, the chemistry between Tyree Henry and Taylor Johnson. But it's just I don't care about them, especially. I don't care too much about him. Brad Pitt's story arc, he's probably the one who isn't technically meant to be on the train. He got roped in at the last minute. But his main character arc is just, so bland. Like, I hear that story arc in Saturday morning cartoons. Come on, just, what, he's unlucky, he's unlucky and he's trying to live with it? Come on. You get that in cartoon shows. And, as I said, and my favorite actor in this, who was played by Hiroyuki Sarada, who is another Japanese gangster. Well, okay, I got it wrong. So the main gangster in this is Russian, but you know, I don't know. Never mind. Well, Sarada's character is probably my favorite, but he doesn't get on the train till much later. So we have to deal with his son in particular for a minute, and you know, he's just, I don't care. And the plan of the villains, I mean, the estranged child and the Russian crime lord, I mean, I don't care about their plans. I just, oh, come on. And another thing I just want to give extra thing to is this film does not slow down. Come on, there are certain moments where you could just slow down the pace of this film just to, you know, give me some time to breathe, but it just keeps on going fast and fast and fast. I don't get it. I really don't. Man, slow the movie down. I know there is a criticism also about the fact that there are a lot of, you know, non-Japanese actors in this, or of mixed or of Asian descent. And look, as long as I can, the way I look at it is that, yes, in some circumstances it does get annoying, like Gods of Egypt. That is a case where, I mean, the only main actor of color in that film was Chadwick Boseman, but that was one of the major problems with this, with that film. But with this, as long as I can get good performances from the actors, I couldn't care less, because they're sort of borderline, some of these actors, as you know, their backgrounds and that, the characters I should say. But you know, I don't know. I'm trying to say is, like, my view is, yeah, I think there are some strange choices in terms of nationalities, like Michael Shannon and Sandra Bullock, and you know, a few others as well. Do I like anything in this? Well, in terms of the Japanese covers of certain pop songs like "Staying Alive" and "Holding Out for a Hero," they're pretty good actually. I really like the person who they got to sing those songs. I like that. As I say, I appreciate the chemistry between Taylor Johnson and Tyree Henry's characters, and certain fight scenes and deaths in this. I mean, they've got to be some of the most gruesome things I've seen in cinema in a movie since the certain kills in Sin City. And that was shown black and white. But yeah, I mean, this is not a film for the faint of heart. I mean, it's just, you're going to get a lot of really gruesome moments, especially in the climax. And I appreciate how well they use the set of a speeding train just for these, and how small it can be for some of these fight scenes. They did pretty well with it, you know. I thought they did well with that, but yeah, I didn't like Bullet Train. I feel like it's gotten worse after seeing it. Like I said, I walked out of it feeling like, yeah, it wasn't good, but I'm okay. I've seen it, and well, I don't regret seeing it. I just know it's a lot worse because of how many problems I've discovered with this film since looking back on it. Like, yeah, boom. So it's no surprise this gets a low score. This is a 2 out of 10 has stars. This is probably, look, it's not the worst thing I've seen in cinemas. That honor still goes to the Lion King remake and even the Adam Sandler 2019 Adam Sandler movie. But I mean, it's close. Yeah, it's close. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like Bullet Train. Definitely the worst movie of the year so far for me. So what's next? Well, I have a few more requests I want to get to, and possibly go back to some video games. There is actually a film I want to get to review very shortly and have uploaded very quickly because of, well, recent events. It's a musical, and actually, yeah, I think you can guess what. The moment that I said musical, you can kind of guess what I'm going to review because of, you know, recent passing. But we'll get to that when we get to that. In the meantime, this is Hazza from Hazza Reviews out, and I shall see you for my next video. Ciao.